In Road to Vostok, the player HUD and UI are deliberately Spartan in design. Ever since the first demo, your stats have been plainly displayed with words and numbers and icons, nothing fancy, just verbose information. It's the same in the inventory screen. The very same stats are just moved to the center and given tooltips to interpret them properly. These things really haven't changed much at all since the early days, but the inventory screen did originally have a different layout. I'd gotten so used to each element of the UI playing the demo that I didn't even think about how it might be changed with mods until recently. For a game like this, it's important that any changes to critical features like the user interface feel natural and appropriate without seeming foreign in design. That's where developer Romero comes in. From one of the community's most prominent devs come two mods that I think are great for this version of Road to Vostok: Elegant HUD and Better Equipment UI. Very easy to install and configure, these mods provide subtle and informative alternatives to the default HUD and player equipment UI. Elegant HUD replaces the on-screen health stats with 3 small bars for HP, body stamina, and arm stamina. It also colors the condition icons and displays them only when their conditions are active, but it doesn't stop there. The most recent version of Elegant HUD includes tooltips for containers and weapon condition, as well as an optional aiming reticle. Approach and look at any container to see whether you've checked it and if it actually contains anything. Looking at weapons, armor, and items will show durability, quantity, and armor tier as well. The mod displays which fire mode has been selected when it's being toggled and can even hide the permadeath icon seen in Vostok maps. You'll still need to open the inventory screen to read the energy, hydration, mental, and body temperature stats numerically, but the appearance and colorization of the condition icons serve as timely alerts whenever any of them fall below a given threshold. Like everything with this mod, that threshold is easy to configure, so you'll never be surprised when they need attention. Open the Elegant HUD MCM entry and check out just how much you can customize it. Hide the inactive condition icons for a more minimal display, change all the colors, resize everything as you like or toggle them completely, adjust the thresholds at which the icons appear, toggle and edit the optional reticle. Each function of the mod is under your control. Use as much or as little as you like. I made all the progress bars white and only display whichever condition icons are active for a cleaner HUD as I play. The icons appear as soon as a stat reaches 75%, 50%, and 25% so that I won't miss anything. The container and condition tooltips are extremely useful and required 2 separate mods to have before Elegant HUD was updated. Who knows what the vanilla HUD in Road to Vostok will look like in the future, but this mod has become my favorite alternative in the meantime. I haven't played without it since the day it came out. Another subtle overhaul for some of the player UI is that other mod I mentioned, also from Romero, called Better Equipment UI. This one just rearranges the player equipment layout in the inventory screen to function more like a stalker game. With the weapon slots on either side of the gear stack, it feels a bit easier to read quickly. The weapon slots are vertical now and further apart, the helmet slot is at the top, rig in the middle, and backpack just above the clothing row. Whether you've played the stalker games or not, this adjusted arrangement should feel more logical and easier to navigate in a panic. Hopefully you're using the transfer hotkeys when things are dangerous anyway, but still. I prefer this mod's UI and have been using it for almost a full month now. There's nothing to configure, it's just a simple thing that adds to my quality of life in-game. In terms of compatibility, Elegant HUD and Better Equipment UI should easily fit into most any mod list right now. Both are non-destructive and shouldn't have any impact on performance. If some issue with Elegant HUD does appear, try loading it before or after whichever mod it may be conflicting with. I haven't had any issues yet myself, except for something that's very likely a problem with my current save. I've used so many mods so haphazardly that some problems linger even after uninstalling problematic files. I've used Lico's Vostok mod, which deliberately offsets the tooltip from the center of the screen, and my Elegant HUD tooltip text is still offset a bit as a result. We tried a number of fixes and nothing worked, so there must be some lingering string in a config file causing it to happen even with Vostok no longer in play. A fresh installation of the game should always fix this kind of problem, but it will wipe your save in the process, so keep that in mind. You'll have to start over and reinstall any mods you still want to use. So check out Elegant HUD and Better Equipment UI from Romero. They've been a great addition to my list, and I plan to keep using them until whatever happens with the next build of Road to Vostok. Check out the game's official Discord server for news and support, the Club StarVox Discord server for Vostok discussion in my community, and find my installation guide for Vostok mods if you'd like to learn how it's done. Leave a comment with your favorite mods that I should cover on this channel. Thanks for watching.